So today I'm going to be putting together a quick and simple collage to test out these UHU sticks. And the reason why it's a simple one is just in case if they don't work, which I don't think they'll fail, but just in case it's something that's easy for me to just um, glue up, re-glue with my trusty Pritt sticks. And the interesting thing is you have the word collar here in from the Italian translation. So stick any idea le fusio la casa I'm sorry Italians, I'm buggering your language. Sacula in collar. So I don't, similar to collage, it's probably something completely different, but I thought that was quite interesting. So let's take one of these out. I don't normally get these, and you don't really see these much in the actual shop store. The shelves in my country here in the UK, which is probably why actually English is actually the 6th language on here. The first one is German. So the shop I bought it from, a supermarket, does sell a lot of German stuff, so that's probably why it's an import from there. It's from the special buy shelves. And the one I'm going to put together is I'm just going to do something simple using these two elements here. Now originally, for people who have already seen the video I talked about this book, which I think where the pages came from, I was originally going to have this coming out of the sky of Sea and Sky of page 14, and then realised, hang on, it's on the other side of this one here, which I really want to do. So I had to find a substitute. I think this one will work very well. It's going to make the piece quite taller than what it actually is, but all good fun. So the first thing I'm going to do, cut away here, is I'm going to lose the sky, because on my notes it says statue coming out of the water, replace the sky. So I'm going to have him coming out of here like this here, but I'm going to have the legs come down a bit and it's come as if it's coming out of the water. Now I've got this little stamp here from that someone's done on it, so there's not much you can do about that, but once it's cut out it may not be quite so obvious. So let's lose the sky first. So that's that bit gone. And so now, like I said, the idea is for it to be coming out of there, like that. So all I need to do, this is going to be a very quick cut job. I will cut out here. And the same is going to go for this leg here. And cut right through here. Hopefully it won't look too weird, and it may look fairly obvious that they're coming out of the water. So anyway, if I can put this on there, you can see as I put it on sideways, that's that coming out there. Put this to this central here bit. So yeah, so this is looking quite good, and you don't see that stamp quite so obvious. And round these off a bit, so it's a lot more obvious that it's coming out of the water. If I do it quite straight, it may not. It has to be rounded a little, so you've got the curve of the object. So there's not going to be much here to glue. That's all the cutting done. There's not going to be much here to cut, so it's just a very simple one to cut, to glue even. Not much to glue. It's a shame it's not a bigger stick, but here we go. So I'll just glue a line all the way across here, so I get everything. Now it's the sticking to get something together. Sticking it together may be the slightly tricky part, or it will go spectacularly well. It's one or the other usually. So get this out of the way. And I've done this wrong. I meant to glue I just meant to glue the feet. Should have glued the feet in here. It's here. It needs to be glued. It's not too thick. It's not too dry like you have with other glue sticks. So we'll see how well that glues down. So what it's going to do now is I'm going to fold these two bits up here, but not so I've got to have an obvious fold where it is going to crack the print. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this in here like this, try and get it straight. It's one of those ones where it may not end up being straight when I cut it, but I will use this as the line to go by, to work around. So now I've stuck that down there. I've got this bit that's sticky back here, but it actually works a little that I've done that because I need to attach these down anyway. So I did it actually the right thing by accident, which is always good. Now the trouble is, I went in this not knowing a title. So what I've done here though is it doesn't actually look too weird and out of place. I mean, apart from, yeah, it actually doesn't. I mean, you obviously don't usually have much statues coming out of the middle of lakes, so that's a bit of weirdness. Show where it's a bit obvious. What I've drawn here is I've drawn some ripples that these will have. Right, so I've got to sign this, so I'll sign this here. But I haven't thought of what this would be called. Tell you what, I'll use a word that's actually it's a bit of a portmanteau, and I don't think it's even a real word, but I'll call it a bigature. And that's actually a term that came from when when they were making the Lord of the Rings films. Usually they have what were technically miniatures of some cities in there, but they were very big, so they ended up calling them bigatures. So the size of this statue informed the title. But because the only time I can think of where we had statues coming out of water was the Colossus Road, so it's a little bit like that, but this is all Sweden. So this is a big piece, so I shall show all the way across there, and it's going to need trimming, but I'll do that when the glue's a bit drier. So I quite like this glue. I have to see how well it dries. It seems to work well. I mean, I will probably stick with things like Pritt Stick, but I thought I'd give this a go, because the reason why I'll stick with the Pritt Stick usually, or the Boss Stick one, is the fact that these you just don't find them much. But a lot of American artists I've seen use these, because obviously I don't think you get this in America, and I don't know about this either. So UHU are the primary glue company in America. You get other UHU glue products in this country easily enough. It's just not the sticks for some reason, or not where I live anyway. I could mail order them if I want, but I can just pop down the shop, or when I'm doing my monthly grocery shopping, pick up some Pritt Sticks. It's as easy as that. So yeah, I like it. I like this piece as well. So let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. My description has my link tree, which has my merch links on my socials. And I shall speak to you soon. Thank you. Oh, actually, one thing I'll talk about is it's not so much good enough to say that why I like it. So why I like it, I actually don't ordinarily do the black and white, and ordinarily it doesn't really work so well. I like how all this plays together. Like how you've got the got the massive statue coming out of the water. I did think of calling it statuesque, but I thought that's a bit of a cop out. So and I just like the way how both of these scenes are shot. The way the guy in the rowing boat going over the between the legs is good. But also like the fact that this is got the bigature doesn't just apply to the statue, it applies to the building as well. Because as you can see, these here, this is actually these aren't it could be seen as being part of the shore, but really actually it's actually the horizon. So you've got this massive great building coming over the horizon that is kind of warping reality a little. So I'm just cutting away some bits that don't seem to that I haven't cut as well. The only thing about this book is the paper is a bit delicate because it's that old and it's the quality of paper they use. So I have to be very careful with how I cut so it doesn't tear. So that's it. So like I said all the time, or just previously before, like, share, subscribe, check out the link tree in the description, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.